There was a ride just a couple weeks ago. I was alone and I was in, beautiful nature, and you just take it all in. It was the sounds, the smells. I was up in the pine trees. It was just, it just puts you in that place of content. Thoughts are going through your head. You're thinking of people. You're thinking of past experiences. It's just, for me, I just can't replace that. When I was a kid, it was freedom. It was like when you got a car when you were 16, 17 years old. It was that same freedom at such a younger age. Me and my best friend, Dave Angela, we used to cruise around Chatham on our bikes. And I think now, as I've gotten older, it still generates some of those feelings of being a kid and the freedom. And as much as we're attached to our phones, I can just turn that phone off and I'm gone. Nothing's gonna touch me. Hey, my name's Talach. I live in Midtown Sacramento, and I am going to ride my bike from my house in Midtown to Kings Beach, North Lake Tahoe. I forgot how to challenge myself. I was basically in that same kind of routine that we all get in, of repetitiveness, of boredom. I think boredom came up in my head a lot. I was just kind of bored. I was doing the same thing. And I think we forget how to really put ourselves out there. For me, it's biking. For you, it might be something else. If you want to change your life, buy a bike. Buy a bike, start riding. I guarantee you it will change your life. I'm a real estate agent. I like to work in kind of the core neighborhoods of Sacramento where the older homes are. They're more unique, they have more character. I like the older homes because of the challenge, and I think that's just part of my personality, is always trying to improve and strive with challenges. And that's one of the reasons I ended up doing this ride. It didn't come across as a big deal. At first it was just an idea to ride my bike from Midtown to Tahoe. But then it evolved and the route got harder because just the region we live in, as I started to research the roads, I was like, I gotta take that road. I gotta take Mosquito Ridge Road. Look at the views on that. I gotta take the 30-mile Fire Road. I don't wanna take concrete all the way. So the ride from Midtown to Kings Beach, North Lake Tahoe, is going to be 150 miles, or it was 150 miles, with 16,000 feet of climbing. It started out of Midtown, 25th and F. We cruised down L Street, past the Capitol Building, past Sutter's Fort, down H Street, past McKinley Park, through Sac State, and then I got on the river and took the American Parkway. That goes all the way to Folsom, to Beals Point, then Auburn-Folsom Road to Auburn, and then from Auburn we went down the confluence, Highway 49, where the American, North and Middle Fork come together, and then started the climb. That's where the climbing really started. Up Old Forest Hill Road to Forest Hill Road, into Forest Hill, and that's where it started to get serious, because you feel like you're in the mountains. That day it was actually hot, and that was the point where I really started to feel the heat. And I was actually worried I was going to cramp out. From Forest Hill, it was a 10-mile downhill and a 20-mile climb. And then the hardest part, when we got about 96 miles in with about 10,000 feet of climbing already. And that's what made this route unique from other routes to Tahoe, is there was a 29-mile fire road with 4,400 feet of climbing, and it was rough. The camera crew guys who were right here, they had a fun time, but it was a rough road, and that was the most challenging part. When I got through that and got back on the cement by Serene Lakes on Soda Springs Road, about 2 miles to Donner Pass Road, and then did the epic Donner Pass, switch back down to Donner Lake, past Donner Lake, into Truckee, down to Upper Truckee, Lower Truckee, hang a right at Bar of America, down Brockway, 267. And the hardest mental part was the very end, was the Brockway summit, because that's super steep, and I was burnt, I was done. And it was like every time I came around a bend, it just felt like, God, where's that summit sign? Where's that summit sign? But as soon as I saw it, that's where I was just full of relief. Then a 2-mile downhill into Kings Beach, hit the sand, hit the water, and then it was done. I encourage you guys to get out there, challenge yourselves, dream, stick something on the calendar, commit to it, sacrifice. It's worth it. We all forget how to do that. We get stuck in this monotony of routines. Don't be scared. Get out there and do it. I haven't done it in a long time, and I'm so happy I did.
You drove it was a long drive. A long drive. You rode his bike. Go, Chip.